Welcome to the Defensive Driving and Pedestrian Safety video. We are going to go over safe driving techniques around pedestrians. Defensive driving is driving in a manner that utilizes safe driving strategies to enable motorists to address identified hazards in a predictable manner. Defensive driving protects us from what is happening around us. This includes anticipating situations and making safe, well-informed decisions, especially around pedestrians. At MV, we use the 3 A's of defensive driving: attitude, awareness, and actions. Let's talk about those. Attitude stands for maintaining a positive attitude. This will help you make the right decisions and reactions in all driving situations. Awareness means to stay alert and expect the unexpected. Don't get complacent during familiar routes. Actions are what you do to keep your passengers safe. You are in control of your actions and how you choose to respond. Pedestrians and bicyclists don't have armor. Regardless of whether someone is on foot or behind the wheel, we must do our part to look out for another because pedestrians are no match for a vehicle. Here are a few tips. Always look out for pedestrians, especially in hard-to-see conditions such as night or in bad weather. Stop before the crosswalk or limit line to give pedestrians walking along this path an appropriate cushion of safety. The crosswalk is designed as a pedestrian crossing location, so this is an area that we need to be looking for pedestrians. Slow down and be prepared to stop when turning or entering a crosswalk where pedestrians are likely to be. Be cautious when backing up, as pedestrians, especially young children, may move across your path. Follow these tips and drive defensive to keep yourself and the pedestrians on the road safe.
Hi there, and welcome to the Problem Passengers Training video from the National Rural Transit Assistance Program. I'm William, the fleet manager of an agency serving the rural area in the Mid-Atlantic region.
And I'm Norman, a senior trainer for a group of rural agencies throughout the Midwest. And between the two of us, we've seen it all. We've seen people at their best and at their worst. We will serve as your mentors through this training.
It's no secret that sometimes people behave poorly. Sometimes the stress of life leaves people with short fuses just waiting to be set off.
And sometimes you end up at the receiving end of their anger, frustration, and inappropriate behavior. As transit drivers, dealing with problem passengers comes with the territory. But that's where William and I come in.
We are here to show you real-life scenarios of difficult situations we have seen. As you watch each scene play out, try to identify what you think the driver did well and what you would have done differently. Then we will debrief it to help you understand the key things to keep in mind.
Our hope is by the end of this training, you will feel both prepared and comfortable dealing with difficult behavior and problems we see all too frequently. Remember, staying calm and controlled goes a long way in de-escalating tense situations.
That's right. You are the authority figure on your vehicle. Passengers watch you for cues on how to react to a situation. If you become upset, your passengers get upset.
Let's look at how to present yourself as an authority figure on your vehicle and keep calm and in control.
You know, Norman, when I talk to my drivers about how they present themselves, I think of one driver I worked with named Brock. When Brock started driving, he wasn't the most composed person. His uniform looked disheveled, and he had trouble exerting himself as the authority on his bus. It was amazing how, as he began to look and act more professional, he also became more calm and confident in his authority. Here are some of the key areas that helped Brock. The first thing we worked on was improving how he presented himself when he was on his bus. He slouched over and crossed his arms too much. I encouraged him to sit and stand erect with his shoulders back. When passengers boarded, he learned to smile and then lean forward to make them feel more welcome. When he stopped crossing his arms, he stopped sending the signal that he was uninterested. He also began to maintain eye contact with his passengers to seem more trustworthy, friendly, and credible.
But sometimes customers are going to get upset. And in those cases, I have 3 key points that I stress with my drivers. They are personal space, body language, and tone of voice. First, do not invade the personal space of your passengers. Moving too close can be perceived as a threat, especially by a potentially violent person. While personal space varies, watch for clues that indicate you are getting too close. The person moving away from you, clenching their fist, or tightening their facial muscles. Second, your body language also sends a message to the other person. Standing shoulder to shoulder, face to face, can be interpreted as a challenge. A better position is an angle, keeping a little distance. Make sure not to send unintended messages with your body. For example, watch that your hands are not clenched and you are not frowning or scowling. Third, listen to how your voice is being projected. Depending on your tone and volume, what are you doing? Can be an empathetic question or a stern command. Some situations will call for you to raise your voice to get attention or exert your authority, but your voice and tone should never match the intensity of someone out of control. At other times, lowering your voice can distract a person from their behavior and make them listen. You can use your voice to control the situation.
Brock came a long way to become a confident and self-controlled driver, but even experienced drivers have to deal with difficult situations. We hope this training helps you understand how to handle problem situations. Some of the situations take specific skills and procedures, but no matter what, if a customer is displaying bad behavior, there are methods that will almost always help persuade them to change. You'll see these tactics come up throughout our scenarios, so keep them in mind and try to identify how to use them to improve the situation.
We encourage all our drivers to stay calm, stay neutral, don't make it personal, respect your customers, understand what pushes people's buttons, listen, find something to agree on, offer an explanation, or offer a solution. Try a compliment, let it go, ask a question, present a choice, or place the issue on higher ground.
With these tools in your pocket, you'll be on your way to becoming a natural situation diffuser. This will allow your customers to feel safe, respected, and well served. It will make your job easier and more enjoyable.
You're late again. My boss is gonna kill me. This is the 4th time this week I've been late because of you.
I'm so sorry, Laura. I know we've been late several times this week.
You can say that again. Yesterday you didn't even show up. I had to call my brother to come and get me. He had to miss work and I was over an hour late.
But I was here on time yesterday, and our policy states that we can only wait 5 minutes, then we have to continue our route.
Oh, come on. I wasn't that late. I was listening for you and I didn't hear you yesterday. It's a good thing my boss didn't notice I was late.
I know you depend on us to get to work on time, but we had to add a few extra stops to this route, and clearly that's not working for you.
No, it isn't.
Okay, well, but for today, let's get you to work as quickly as we can, and I'll talk to dispatch and see if we can adjust the schedule at least 15 minutes.
It will if I have a job to go to tomorrow.
Okay, I'll talk to dispatch and see what we can do. Until then, let's just get on the bus, please.
What did the driver do well? What could have been done better? Well, to start, the driver acknowledged the frequent late pickups, respected the passenger's personal space, kept her voice calm and steady. She listened and offered both explanations and a solution. When the passenger interrupted, the driver listened to her, but kept focused, finding a solution.
But did you catch how the driver seemed to blame the passenger for being late the day before?
But I was here on time yesterday.
While it's good to point out the facts, the driver here sounded defensive and judgmental. It's important to make sure setting the record straight doesn't escalate the situation.
One of the things that the passenger responded well to was when the driver promised to call dispatch about adjusting the route to be more accommodating to her schedule. This can be a powerful tactic, but if you make a promise, make sure you follow through. Imagine if dispatch never contacts the passenger and the driver is late the next day. The customer would be even more furious and potentially lose her job.
Take forever when don't you?
Excuse me?
I'm sick of this. You do this every Wednesday. You buy entirely too much, and you need help to have to get it on the bus because it takes forever.
Please do not talk to me like that.
Hey, what's going on here?
I'm late for my appointment every Wednesday. He buys too much stuff, and you have to help him get it on the bus.
Well, we're almost loaded up and ready to go, so let's just chill out.
This happens every week. Aren't you tired of having to help him get the stuff on the bus?
Would you shut your mouth? You're being mean and don't even know what you're talking about. This is the only day of the week I can get groceries. Why don't you reschedule your appointment? Then we wouldn't have to ride together.
Oh, so I have to reschedule because you don't plan well?
Please just drop it, the both of you. You're delaying our route. You can sit quietly and I can get you to your destinations.
Okay, it's going to happen again next week.
Look, our policy states that passengers can bring in bags from the grocery store and drivers can bring in additional bags if necessary. Now, I know this is an inconvenience to you, but I will get you to your appointment on time. Now, if we could all just sit quietly, we'll be on our way. Thank you.
What did the driver do well? And what could she have improved upon?
Notice how she knew the company policy and was able to communicate it. This kept her from getting caught in the middle of the argument. The angry passenger even tried to get the driver on her side by asking if the driver was sick of helping load the groceries. But the driver did a great job not taking the bait and not getting personal.
She also presented a choice to the passengers. Either stop arguing or the bus wouldn't go anywhere. This helped the passengers find something to agree on. The driver remained courteous to both people.
And if this was an issue that happened every week, the driver could have suggested possible solutions, such as contacting dispatch about providing different services to one of the passengers.
Hey, you're Marta's cousin, aren't you?
Yeah. How do you know Marta?
Well, I've heard she gets around.
What are you trying to say?
She was dating my brother, Antonio. He just found out that she's been messing around on him. And from what I hear, it's more than just one person.
You better watch what you're saying. It's not smart to run your mouth about things you don't know. Is there a problem?
Hey, no way. I didn't notice it was you when I got on. You're Michael, right? I hear you're one of the dudes that his cousin Marta's been hanging out with.
Is that true? You know my cousin?
Sir, I can assure you this has nothing to do with me. Now, please stop arguing and I'll get the bus moving.
You know, you do look familiar. Have I seen you around? You've been with Marta, haven't you?
Sir, this isn't the time or the place for accusations. Now, please buckle up. Otherwise, I'll have to ask you to leave the bus.
Whatever. That's not cool, man.
Thank you. Now, let's get moving.
Being accused of something like that can't be easy, but the driver did a great job of remaining calm and staying neutral in the issue. By not making presumptions, the driver showed respect to the passengers. This kept the situation from escalating any further than it did.
Right after this happened, I talked to the driver about it. I encouraged him to keep his ears open for any conversations that had the potential to escalate quickly. In this circumstance, he could have intervened more quickly when he noticed the conversation had turned to ugly family accusations. I did, however, praise my driver for de-escalating the situation by offering a choice and sticking to it.
Hey, good morning, Mr. Morrow.
How you doing?
Oh, excuse me, Mr. Morrow. You forgot to pay your fare.
Oh, you know what? I must have forgotten my wallet.
Mr. Morrow, you know you have to pay your fare. This kind of seems to be a pattern for you.
Well, you know what? The other guy lets me ride for free as thank you for my service.
And I understand that, but our policy states that every passenger has to pay their fare.
Come on, sweetheart. You're not going to make this old injured veteran pay for a ride to the grocer's. I only have enough money to buy my groceries, and that's it.
I understand that, but as I stated, our policy states clearly that every passenger has to pay their fare before they ride. So next time you ride, maybe next time you bring enough for your fare and your groceries.
All right.
You probably have seen how frequent it is that passengers ask you to make exceptions on their fare, refuse to pay outright, or try to board without paying. These situations need to be handled with care and respect, as the driver in this scenario did. She spoke to the passenger in a courteous, respectful tone without compromising agency policy.
The driver did fall into a common trap, though. When she brought up the fact that the passenger hadn't paid the fare before, she came across as passing judgment on the passenger. Bringing up past behavior without making the other person feel judged can be a delicate balance. Remember not to make it personal.
In the end, the driver did well to let the issue go while reinforcing policy. She made the expectation and consequence clear.
All right, Miss Franklin, your chair is all secure. Now let's get you buckled in.
What do you mean buckled in?
Well, we have to fasten your seatbelts before we can take off.
I've been in this chair longer than you've been alive. I don't need to get strapped to it.
Miss Franklin, it's our policy that all passengers have to be in their seatbelts before we can take off.
But I don't want to get strapped in. I'm fine like I am.
I understand that you don't want to, but it's for your safety and it's our policy.
Oh, well, I'll be fine. Nothing is going to happen. Just leave me alone.
I'm so sorry, but like I stated, we have to get you strapped in. It's not just for your safety, but it's for the safety of the other passengers.
Fine. Do what you must. Just hurry up so that we can get along. I don't want to miss my appointment.
The driver did a great job in this scenario, placing the issue on higher ground. She made it clear it was company policy to keep it from getting personal.
She also did a great job of listening. She stayed calm and polite and echoed the passenger's desires to make the passenger feel heard. But as she listened, she stayed focused on the safety of her passengers.
Hi there.
Hi.
Bye-bye now.
Hey, where are we? I don't want to come to this side of town. I want to go to a bar. Take me to Malone's. I don't want to drink.
Sorry, sir. You requested your home address. That's where I'm going to take you.
Well, change it. I feel like a drink.
I'm sorry, sir, but Malone's has been closed several months.
Don't lie to me. Malone's isn't closed. Take me to Malone's.
Sir, I can't continue to drive while you're standing, so if you'll take your seat.
Oh, just take me to Malone's.
Sir, may I ask, what's your favorite beverage?
I want a cold beer.
Yeah, I like a good stout now and again myself.
Oh, take me to Malone's to get one.
If you'll have a seat, we can proceed.
Oh, okay, well, let's go.
Now, I'm taking you home because that's where you requested to go. Malone's has been closed.
I just want to go to Malone's.
Yes, I understand that, sir. And if you want that cold beer, you're going to have to get it at home. So if you stay seated and buckle up, I can get you there.
All right.
Dealing with passengers under the influence is never easy, but this driver did a pretty good job. He stayed calm and in control. He kept his questions and instructions short and simple while speaking slowly and gently.
He also tried to distract the passenger by asking an unexpected question. The question he chose was a bit risky, as it could have escalated the situation if the passenger demanded a beer from Malone's. But in this case, it paid off. Questions can be a good distraction, but choosing the right question can be difficult. He could have tried asking, "Where are you coming from this evening?" Then use this information to figure out why the passenger requested a ride home in the first place, and help the passenger understand it would be better to go home.
Trista. It must be Friday since you're in the van.
Hi, Larry. Yep, it's Friday.
Well, TGIF. So you got anything fun planned this weekend?
No, not really. It's just my nephew's birthday party on Sunday, but other than that, not much.
Oh, that'll be fun.
Yeah.
You know, it's a shame you don't have anything tonight. And you look so nice. You always look nice. I wish my wife dressed more like you.
Thanks, I guess.
You know, I swear, the way she dresses, it's like she doesn't even care what I like.
Oh.
I think she just likes holding out on me. I bet you're not like that. I bet you're not afraid to show a guy you like him.
Sir, what you're saying is completely inappropriate on this vehicle. You're making her uncomfortable. You need to find another seat.
Oh, I don't mean anything by it. We're just two friends chatting in the van. Don't worry about it.
Sir, you are making her uncomfortable. If you can't find another seat, you won't be allowed to ride with us.
Wow, really? You're gonna kick me out of the van just for talking to my friend? Okay, fine.
Sometimes identifying sexual harassment can be difficult. My motto for identifying harassment is, if it makes me uncomfortable, then it probably makes the other person uncomfortable.
In this situation, the driver needed to stay calm, address the problem behavior, and find a way to protect the victim. The driver gave the aggressive passenger a choice to move seats or get off the van, and did a good job not getting drawn into the frustrated display he put on when finding another seat. At that point, the situation had been defused, so it was best to let it go.
Hey there. Hey, that's a pretty cool knife. Looks new.
Yeah, it actually is. I got it from my girlfriend for my birthday. Isn't it cool?
Cool. Well, just make sure you put it away while you're on the bus. You know, company policy.
Yeah, sure.
Sir, please put that knife away. Our policy doesn't allow open knives at any time on our vehicles.
Well, I'm not going to do anything with it. What's the problem?
I'm sorry, and I mean, I know you're excited about it, but it's a safety issue and it's company policy. So would you just please just put it away?
But you said you liked it. I mean, doesn't it look cool? And besides, I'm not going to hurt anybody with it.
All right, I understand that, but if you just go ahead and just put it away, our company policy says that we cannot have any open knives. We can't continue this route until you do so.
All right.
Thank you.
The driver did a great job staying calm and assertive. She made the company's policy clear and showed she would enforce it.
What she did very well was using compliments. She brought up the issue of the knife policy by beginning with the compliment. This immediately built a rapport with the passenger that she used to address the behavior. Sometimes finding a natural compliment can be difficult, but if you see an opportunity to build a connection through compliments, take it. In this case, that compliment allowed the driver to enforce policy courteously instead of judgmentally.
Hey, Jim, how you doing today?
Oh, I can't complain. Mostly because nobody listens when I do.
Don't sit next to me, you reek.
Keep it to yourself.
No, seriously, take a shower. Every time you get on the bus, it stinks here for days. I swear I can smell the next day.
Shut your
after I get
mouth.
on.
That's enough. Jim, why don't you come up here and sit next to me?
You know, why do you even let him on? You should tell him he can't get on until he takes a shower.
I said that's enough. It's our company policy not to refuse service to anyone unless they're a safety risk.
The smell is a safety risk. It's going to knock us out.
Ma'am, you can either keep arguing and we'll all just sit here and wait until you're done, or you can let the issue go by and we'll all be on our way. Your choice. Hey, Jim, You got a place to shower?
Yeah, but it's not reliable. And it's a little dirty and slippery. Kind of afraid I might fall.
Well, you know, our agency has a really good relationship with social services here in town. And if you'd like, I can ask around and see what other possibilities there might be for you.
Yeah, well, that'd be nice.
Well, I'll talk to my manager and see what other opportunities may present themselves and have it ready for you next week.
Okay, thanks.
You bet.
There were two issues that this driver had to deal with. First, the disruptive passenger who was insulting the passenger who smelled. Second, the body odor issue. In both circumstances, he treated the passengers with respect. He kept company policy in mind and stuck to his position.
He also went above and beyond by offering help to the passenger with personal hygiene issues. This can make a big difference for the people you serve, but be sure you can follow through on your offer.
Martin, this is your stop.
This isn't right. I thought you were taking me home.
No, the manifest said that you asked to go to the rec center today.
But I don't want to go to the center. I want to go home. Please take me home.
Martin, today's Monday. Don't you remember that today's Monday where I take you to the rec center to do your aerobics and then I take you to go do dominoes at the senior center? Remember?
But I don't want to go to the center. I want to go home. Take me home.
I understand you want to go home, but don't you want to play dominoes today?
Play dominoes at the center?
Yeah, play dominoes at the center today.
Of course I want to play dominoes. The guys depend on me.
Okay, Martin, we'll go play your dominoes, and someone will pick you up after you're done playing and then take you home.
Well, that started a little rocky. Sometimes we get so focused on what we're supposed to do that we forget about the unique needs of our passengers. At the beginning, the driver gave way too much information. The driver should have realized more quickly that the passenger was not following the explanation.
But once she realized he was getting confused and frustrated, she took a more comforting posture and tone. She switched to using simpler sentences and pausing to make sure he understood. When the driver started asking questions, she did well in just asking one question at a time and waiting for an answer. It showed great customer service that she remembered what the customer did at the center on Mondays. Dealing with problem passengers can be difficult for transit drivers, especially given the many other critical aspects of the job. We hope you gained new skills and strategies in dealing with these situations through persuasive conversation techniques.
Just remember, the more you present yourself as an authority figure on your vehicle, the more seriously you will be taken. And the more you show respect, the more respect you will be shown. Good personal space, body language, tone of voice keeps the situation from escalating.
Remember your tactics for your first line of defense. Stay calm, stay neutral. Don't make it personal. Respect your customers. Understand what pushes people's buttons. Listen. Find something to agree on. Offer an explanation. Offer a solution. Try a compliment. Ask a question. Just let it go. Present a choice and place the issue on higher ground.
If you can improve your skills, using a few of these tactics, you'll be on your way to being a problem-solving master. Good luck out there. We hope you don't find yourself in any difficult situations, but when you do, we hope this training will help you find a solution more quickly and easily.
Welcome to the Customer Service and De-Escalation Strategies Safety video. It's important to provide excellent customer service and also have the ability to de-escalate a tense situation with an upset customer. What do customers expect? Ask yourself that question and think about what you would want as a customer. Not just on your bus, but anywhere you are in the position as a customer. You want respect, right? Not just that, but as a customer, you want the service and or the person providing the service to be knowledgeable, courteous, and reliable. As a professional operator, you need to treat customers the way they want to be treated. However, every now and then, you may encounter a situation with an upset customer that you will have to de-escalate. When dealing with customers, it's important to remember not to take things personally and to not let it affect your attitude. Use your self-awareness and situational awareness to prepare for potential conflicts. Maintain your professionalism and use effective communication strategies. This can help calm a hostile customer and diffuse a potentially violent situation. You never know what the attitude your passengers has chosen to be in, but yours must always be a good attitude. Here are a few tips that can help you out. First step is to park your bus in a safe location so you can talk with the upset passenger. Assess the situation and see if you know what the issue is. Stay calm and try to calm the passenger. Listen to the passenger and let them know you will try and resolve the issue. Do not ignore, humiliate, or back them into a corner. Stay engaged with the customer and let them know you are concerned. You should always be focused on de-escalating the situation and not responding in a way that will escalate it. If you respond calming, it will let them know that you are in control of the situation and you will help and take care of their concerns. If the situation becomes physical, you will need to take action to protect yourself and your passengers. Seek immediate help from dispatch and law enforcement. Remember that you can always manually activate the drive cam camera to record 10 seconds before and 10 seconds after an event occurs to get it documented. If your location has secondary cameras, these will continually record the situation.